Hi there, this is Kristine Reynolds, and today I'm finally going to do part 1 of my first Thomas Kinkade coloring tutorial. This is a card that I posted on my blog last Mother's Day, and I'm going to show you how I colored this Foxglove Cottage image with Prismacolor pencils. Thomas Kinkade stamps are available from Cornish Heritage Farms. The Thomas Kinkade stamps used to come wood-mounted with the picture on the front, but because of this they were more expensive and they were bulky to store. The new Thomas Kinkade stamps are still deeply etched rubber, and they come in a plastic sleeve with the picture on the front, and they're mounted on cling foam. This enables them to be sold for a little less than before, and they take up less room. You can take this rubber stamp and you can stick it to an acrylic block, and then you can stamp with it that way. Or, my favorite way is to lay the stamp right on the table and ink it up that way. Before I show you how to color a Thomas Kinkade stamp, I want to show you how I stamp them to get a great image. To do this, I like to use Memento ink and a roller. So I use the roller and I ink it up pretty well with the ink. That over there. And then I just evenly run across the image one way, and then I run across the other way. And you just want to make sure you get nice even coverage on your stamp. Then I'm going to take my paper, and you'll want to use a nice paper like a Mohawk or a Nina, and then just rub across the surface. And then when you lift it, you can see that you get a beautiful crisp image with all those great details in it. So that's the way that I found works the best. Roller to stamp, lay the paper on it, and then rub that over it. Today, though, I'm going to use the Foxglove image, which I've already stamped with Memento, and then I've given it plenty of time to dry, although it probably doesn't need that much time. And I'm going to show you how I color this. When I start coloring a Thomas Kinkade image, the first thing I like to do is just get a layer of color down to get me started. So I'm just going to use a very light green. This is actually Prisma's PC1089 Pale Sage. And I'm going to come in here, and all the spots that would be green, I'm just going to color with the Pale Sage. And doesn't have to be perfect at this point. I'm really just trying to get a base color down on the paper. Probably hear my dogs in the background. They haven't barked all morning, and of course when I turn the video camera on, they start barking. So again, not perfect, just getting some color in here. One of the great things about the Thomas Kinkade images is that they're so finely detailed that just getting the color on them really brings out a lot of the detail. You can start to just see the leaves and the bushes, and really the whole picture just kind of pops when you do that. There's no exact way to do this. Usually when I do my first image, the first time or two that I color it, I stick pretty closely with the guidelines that you'll see on the piece of paper that comes with your stamped image, and that just helps me figure out where I want to put color and what colors to use. And then the next few times I color that image, I'll start to do it a little bit differently. Let's see, do this little bush green. So I think you can kind of see that just by getting that one color on there, you're already starting to see this whole image pop. The next thing I'm going to do is just start doing some of the flowers. So I'm just going to use, what is this, cream, which is kind of a really light yellow. And just come in here where I think I want to put some yellow flowers here, and I think down in here. And again, I'm not being super careful at this point. I'm just trying to get some color on here. And I think I'll make these colored flowers yellow. And then I'm going to get some yellow in my windows. For the purple flowers, I'm going to use lilac, and I'm going to make this tree with some lilac. Make this bush lilac. This one. And then I want to just make this tree in the background here. I think I did an area I didn't want to do, and the great thing about using the pencils is you can just come in with an eraser if there's a color you don't like and take that right out of there. Because I think I actually want, that's the beginning of my red tree. And so for the base of that, I'm going to use, it's Rouge Carmine Red, I think is what it's called. It's number 926. And I'm going to do a little red on this tree. And I think I'll add some red flowers up in here. Some red flowers in here. My house, I'm going to use putty, which is number, can you read that? 1083. And I am actually just going to color over the whole house because I'll come back in later with darker colors and get the rocks and stones that are in the house. So right now I just want to get the base color on here, which is the putty. And the roof is going to be cloud blue, which I think is here. Cloud blue. putty on the side there. I'm going to use ginger root for my path. That is number 1084. And I'm just going to come in here and get some of that color on the pathway. I'm going to use a little light umber, which is 941, Prismacolor 941, and I'm going to do the tree. And I'm going to come in and do the fence. And you can tell, again, I'm not being super precise at this point. I'm just getting this base color on here. And if I miss something, I'll come back in later and do it. And then finally I'm going to come in with a little burnt ochre and get the chimneys. Let's see, I forgot a little bit of yellow on the lamp post, or the light for the lamp post. Forgot that window. But I think that you can see here, with just the little bit of base color, we've already really taken this image from just a plain stamped image to something that you could stop here and just have a simply colored card and actually get away with sending this in. So that's part one of the video, and I will be back again soon with part two to show you how we take it from here to the next step. Thank you very much for stopping by today. Bye-bye.